Does that go in with the bump or not?
No, you can just clip it loosely.
Every time you get it on a Thursday, I'm not literally knackered out for the last few days.
I know, yeah, well, it's the end of the week, isn't it? Yeah. You start to feel it. I think we all do by the end of the week.
Because I do like days and nights as well, so I do the days and I do like the nights with the clients.
It's true.
Depending the route of the hair.
I think we all do. I even notice it
360
with my
degrees,
children.
holding
By
the midlands of the hair.
Thursday morning,
Our
they're tired.
hand then goes over the tongue, grabbing the hair from the underneath, and again we twist the tongue 360 degrees, pulling the hair over to the opposite side, which will now place the hair you are holding in the middle of the other hair. We now simply feed the ends into the tongue by bringing the tongue away from the roots, using the thumb on our clamp and turning the tongue 360 degrees, feeding those ends into the tongue until they disappear, and wind the tongue down to the root. What's really important to remember is to have as little tension as possible on the tongue and the hair, so the hair can move through the tongue freely, holding the mid-lengths of hair. When there's enough room, our hand goes over the tongue to the right of the section, grabbing the hair from the underneath, pulling the hair over to the opposite side, which will now place the hair you are holding in the middle of the other hair. When putting in the silver clips to the pigtails, make sure the clips are the right way round, as only one side allows the clip to glide through the hair. And make sure you draw the clip along the scalp for maximum security and a tighter curl. Please note this third row of sections was all pinned clockwise into the hair, the opposite way to the row below. With the tongue always horizontal and the hair going over the tongue, we rotate the tongue 360 degrees, always holding the mid-lengths of hair. Our hand goes over the tongue, grabbing the hair from the underneath and again twisting the tongue 360 degrees, pulling the hair over to the opposite side, which will now place the hair you are holding in the middle of the other hair.
These little pintail clips are really little, don't like.
Obviously it's not as much hair, but that's...
No.
Tongs horizontal, hair over the tongs, rotating 360 degrees. Release the pressure in the tongs so you can feed the hair through and pin curl clockwise. It's the same method with the curls pinned anti-clockwise this time, the opposite to the row below. The reason
blame him at all. I still think they used to be longer pins, and they look like they're like so tiny.
Yeah, they are little. If any you feel on holding, you can clip it from the other side as well, you know.
Oh right,
You can do that if you need to. If you feel though there's a lot of hair there.
Do you know how many in this section?
So there's 5, 6, I think.
Yeah, it's a 2 and 2 and
Yeah.
2. Yeah, I thought that. Do apologise.
Mind you, Fern shocked me last night. What did she say? I fetched her from training and she was dead. And I can't remember. She was on about somebody were messing around in the changing rooms or something. And she said to me, oh yes, such and such were doing this. And she said it without realising. She went, they were pissing about. And she went, I mean, they were messing about. She said, I forgot who I was talking to, Mum. And I
She
said,
respects you enough not to swear in front of you.
oh God, yeah. She knows I'd kill her.
That's good though.
Yeah, because and I said something in the car the other morning. I said something and it ended up sounding like wank.
Yeah.
I wasn't obviously saying
No,
that, but that's
the
what it
word
sounded. And I
sounded.
looked behind at Ezra, and Ezra went like that, and because Fern didn't hear me, and she went, "What?" I went, "Did you just hear what it sounded like?" And Ezra went, "Yeah." And Fern said, "What? Tell me." So I told her, and there was giggling, and Fern says he won't know what it means anyway. He says, people say it at school. I says, well, you hadn't better say it at school. He said, I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let me ever catch you. They make you laugh, don't
So they are funny.
they? So just make sure you don't got your back to the camera. Right. You forget, don't you? Because you're that engrossed in what you're doing. She's just choosing her options. In fact, actually, it's got to be in by this Friday, I think.
I remember doing that. Was that 2 minutes ago?
It's,
It's hard to do because it does tighten up as you turn that last hand.
yeah, it does, yeah. It is all about the tension.
That's what you mean about the old finger thing, isn't
The fingers.
it? You know, like the thumb.
Oh, yeah. You find you have to swap over.
Why we keep alternating our direction of pinning the
Starting on the right when you let your next row down.
I've still got to do these bits.
Yeah.
Yeah. because you weren't drinking, was you? So you started having a little drink now again.
I have, yeah, and I've got to really be careful because.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, you say you got pain in your back, your kidneys can do that.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
No.
I'm not drinking that much. Before I was.
My friend Sarah went to do that the other day. She said, my kidney function is really high. She went, so you lot, since I've known you lot, my kidney function, my liver's gone, function's gone up and down.
I wonder if you can have your liver. You can have it tested then,
Yeah,
can't you? I might
There's
ask
blood
that.
test for it.
Right.
It was about your liver function. Because they did it to me when I was having chemo, because I have to test to see if it's affected with your liver and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I might request that. But no, I don't think it is that because I'm not drinking
No,
that
your liver's-
much.
That's
Not like it was before. Which side is it?
yeah. And your tummy's not in your back.
Oh,
Kidneys are in your back.
your kidneys are in your back.
Yeah.
Would it be your kidneys as well though? Because they
Get kidney
flush.
down in liver.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'd be surprised if it was. I'm
Not
not.
because you're drinking a lot, but because you haven't been drinking. Sometimes you go to a bit of a shop.
Well, probably, and then you're starting doing it again. Yeah. But I've only really been sort of like Monday, Tuesday. I can't have a drink because I'm fetching Fern back from swimming at 9 o'clock at night.
Actually saves you, really.
So yeah, it does absolutely. And every other Wednesday is the same. So the Wednesday in between that, I probably will because I'm on my own. But
When the weather was nice, it was.
I know, but that's the problem though. I enjoy it that much. So,
No, I'm exactly the same. I think most of them are.
yeah.
Right, starting from the right side.
Yeah.
Bells is because this
exactly
method
the
will lend
same on this
itself
row
to
and then
big
we'll-
S waves. With the tongue always horizontal and the hair going over the tongue, we rotate the tongue 360 degrees, always holding the mid-lengths of hair. A hand goes over the tongue, grabbing the hair from the
I know it
underneath
didn't
and
go down
again
too
twisting
well
the
'cause
tongue
Dwayne don't move.
360 degrees, pulling
So
the hair
I can't
over to
even
the opposite side,
get
which
him
will
like
now place the
tipsy,
hair
don't
you are
even-
holding in the
I like
middle
that.
of the other
No.
hair.
No, and that's sort of, I mean, I suppose it's good in one respect because if I was with somebody that was a really big drinker,
That could be annoying.
actually could be quite dangerous for me. That
It
could.
could be quite annoying though, someone's not drinking anything, you know. Because my husband went through that stage of that, you know, like not drinking ever
You
indoors
work
again.
all
Yeah.
the way around the head.
It's weird,
with
isn't it? But
exactly
even when he goes
the same
out, he'll
method.
like drive, and I think I'd rather not go out if I'm not going to have a drink. That's sad, isn't it? But it's so we're completely different like that. You know, when we went to that deli.
What's really important to remember is to have
Because
as
I
little
didn't
extension
expect
as
it to be
possible
all
on
what
the
they
tongue
want.
and the
And
hair,
literally
so
it's
the hair
coming
can
round
move through the
As soon
tongue
as your glass was
freely.
empty,
Yeah.
they
Our
filled you
last
back up.
final
There
into
was
the
more
head,
alcohol than
clockwise,
food because
and
we'd
the
not had any
underneath sections
tea
are done. Don't they
because
look
we
pretty?
thought we was going
And
to
the
have
prettier they look in
Yeah.
that
Loads of
waxing
tasting
couch
Again,
of
just
the
doing it
head,
the wrong direction.
prettier
all
girls
different
will look.
samples.
Now,
Yeah.
So we didn't eat intentionally. Of course, then that's lethal for me. If not, I've not eaten.
Yeah.
Then you didn't have to go and get a glass. They came to you, so there was constantly topping you up, and I felt so drunk.
Yeah. Because you haven't been drinking.
Yeah, yeah. And that night I slept well as well.
Really well. That's good. Done something then, didn't it? Give you a good night's sleep.
No, I slept walked.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I got out of bed and he's got open stairs and he woke up and went, wait, what are you doing? George, what are you doing? And I'm like, you know when you sort of, you're awake and you're not? And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to the toilet. And then you could tell by the tone of his voice, it's like your dad. He went, the toilet's that way. And then I'm like trying to get my bearings, do you know that?
The thing is, if I don't like it, it's as usual at Toast Street. You can't enforce your things on other people.
No, but well, no, that's wrong. But it's a bit of a square. And the thing is, he can't, because he's never really drunk, he can't, like even if he wanted to, he can't, because he only has to have a couple and he's like, oh, I feel squiffy, and you're like, he's like 6'2" or whatever. How can you feel like that with 2 drinks? No.
can if you don't drink, I suppose, like
Well,
a kid, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I know, but even when I didn't drink all that time, I could still polish a bottle off and not feel.
Yeah, I think
That's after
sometimes
a
people
year.
have it in their head. They've got like they're
Yeah.
susceptible to be told they're drunk and feeling drunk.
Yeah.
Once got my salon on, you know, like that Shandy Bass,
Mm.
which got no real alcohol in it. Is it?
No, not really. No.
It's
no.
got anything.
No.
It's like a made
People
up.
have like
thing.
0.3 or something like that.
We got him drinking that, just like a little, like hardly anything.
Yeah.
And he was up on the floor, kind of giggling and everything.
Yeah, psychological, isn't it? Yeah.
He was all laughing. He's still doing that now. He's going, do you feel drunk because you're drinking beer?
But he laughed at your phone says, come this year for my party. She says, can we have alcohol? I said, you'll be 14. She says, yeah, but I was thinking that like Anya had some at her party.
It's quite common now, I must tell you this, for 14-year-olds to have an alcohol pop.
That's what she was on about.
Yeah, so
I
in,
think they want it more for photos for Instagram. That's the thing.
In Asda, they do a big box set of all different coloured ones, of different alcohol pops.
Yeah, that's what she's gunning
About
after.
£8 something for a great big load of them. So get a couple of boxes, that should be well happy.
Yeah.
So my daughter's 27 now, but I'm going to be doing that for her.
It's like a stage, isn't it? Because I think if you deprive them of it, it makes them want it more, and they'll only do it behind your back. Because where did we go the other day? We just nipped into Derby. We went for some lunch, and I said, "Oh, where do you want to go?" And we ended up going to Zizi's, and I had a glass of wine with my dinner. And she says, "Can I have what was it? Bailey's and
You get the
chocolate?"
vouchers off if you go to ZZ's.
I don't have any vouchers, no.
Always put ZZ's on your phone, you'll get vouchers.
Really?
Yeah, 30% off main meals.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to remember that. She's like, can I have a Baileys and chocolate? And I went, no, you can't have a Baileys and chocolate. I said, you're not even 14 yet. I said, you'll get me shot. She says, well, you can pretend it's for you. I went, there's no way am I sitting in an open restaurant with you drinking. No way.
No, definitely if you're doing it at home.
Yeah, it is, definitely. Or it's a party.
I do think the more you deprive them of something, the more they want it.
Oh, you do? Oh, God, yeah. Well, if you tell me I can't have something, I want it more. You do, don't you?
Yeah. I had like glasses of wine last night, but I hadn't done it. I had such a stressful day. I know you blame it on that, but I was like, I'm not going to go to sleep. I didn't go to sleep the night, but 2 nights before.
Because
I had a lovely sleep. It's just knocked me out.
Yeah, yeah.
But sometimes if you go too mad with the one, then you can't sleep because you get...
Wakes me up early.
Yeah.
I'll go out like a light, but then I'm awake crack of dawn. Yeah. And she made me laugh with them alcohol pop thing. She went, Dad won't let me. She says, but I know you probably.
Oh, they're playing, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are they? They're not daft, you know, are they?
No.
They aren't daft.
And my Hannah was about that age. She phoned me up from school and she said, Mum, I've got to do this project, so I'm going to stay at my friend's house, and because we need to finish it because we're going to be in trouble if we don't do it. So she didn't tell me anything about a project. I haven't seen any paperwork for project. So what's this about this? So she, well, we've got to do this project and I was meant to do it and I didn't, and we're meant to be doing it together as like a joint thing. So can I stay around the house because she was right near the school, we can get it done, go to sleep and get into school and get it done. So I said, well, I need to talk to her mum. And you can't just go from school to someone I don't know and stay at the house. I'm not being funny.
No,
I don't know
you
the
don't
person.
know.
It'd be a paedophile's house,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
yeah.
Anyway, so I need to bring clothes. She said, oh no, I can use. They've got a spare toothbrush. You know, like you've got in the cupboard because I always keep like new toothbrushes. It'll be fine. So I said, no, I'll come round. She goes, well, Mum, can I talk to Mum? My Mum's not here at the moment. She's just popped round to her auntie. She'll be back in a second. So I said, well, I need to speak to her because you can't be staying anywhere without a mum. So anyway, ring back. There's no, and she goes, oh, her mum's here. She put her on the phone. You know straight away I knew it weren't the mum. It was the girl. You can tell by the bloody voice. So I was like, all right, okay, then fine. Thank you very much. Yeah. So what time's it? So I just played along with it. So then I got all her stuff with me. Just thought, right, I guess I'm doing a bit of a what's it, whatever. So I'll go into the house and open the door. There's no mum. So where's the mum gone to bed? So all the kids like virtually run back in the house because they were scared because they could see I was a bit livid. And so I said, Hannah, get in the car. And she went, I went, no, get in the car. Don't you lie to me like this. I know what you're doing. And she got in the car and I said, I'm not going to, don't speak to me, and I'll give me a couple of days to think about what your punishment's going to be. For 2 days. So I just kept quiet, just ignored her, and she said, have you thought about the punishment?
Yeah, because that'd be worse for her because it's the anticipation.
I know. I had trouble eating and everything over it. But I thought, no, I'm gonna. I said to her, you know that feeling you feel now? She said, you're making me feel all sick and worried. I said, you know that feeling? That's what I feel. Because that's how you've made me feel.
Yeah.
Of what could have happened to you. Because you stayed at some random person's house and I don't know them.
Yeah.
That's that feeling.
Yeah. It's true though, isn't it?
Yeah. So I took all her electrical appliances. Her hair, no, she had curly hair. So I took all her electrical, like her straighteners and everything away, and she wasn't allowed any chocolate for a month. So she couldn't straighten her hair.
That's a good punishment, isn't it?
She had like this really cool hair going on, really straight and everything else. I went, can't you? Well, what we took the fuses out of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she had no television. Oh, I did loads of stuff. Oh, so random.
The thing is, you've got to, because they need to understand, don't they?
Mm.
So many bad people out there, and it's
Yeah.
like increasingly, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you see that poor little girl was being stabbed.
Yeah, yeah.
How must her mum feel? She probably allowed her that little bit of security.
It's awful. It really is.
And you want to, because you know it feels like yourself and you're not allowed freedom.
You've got to let them have that bit of freedom. You've got no choice. You just can only hope that when they've got the freedom, that they're not with the wrong people or in the wrong place at the wrong time. Because it can just be as simple as that, can't it?
That's that.
Tongs, horizontal hair going over the tongs, rotating for clarity here. And
Well, I'll just go back a bit. I was trying to miss that out, but
we are now onto the top horseshoe section. First, find the parting and make a bullet section into the parting. You may need to refer to your recipe books for clarity here. And we start to work on the side with more hair. We proceed to tong the next row of sections. Start.
So you're just taking the section like you would for setting, sort of.
yeah. So where you've got your side parting,
This side,
this
side.
that side,
Yeah.
other side.
That's the
Is your parting.
That's the side with more hair. This side.
Yes, that's the side with
Yeah.
more hair. So where your parting line is, that's the line of your section line all the way around. If
Right.
you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.